Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would show you a couple quick little things I've been working on. One is a color texture experiment, and that's what you're looking at right now. And the other is a completed Scarab TCM, I think I called it tree cutting miner. That's what that stands for. And then I've got four different recommendations to take a look at, all displayed right now too. But to start with, on this here, this is just purely an experiment using concrete and wood blocks. Primarily, I think I got one Xeno block back here as well. Playing around with colors and different possible textures that you can use, and then potentially a little bit of a different architectural style. So as we kind of go this way, obviously that's just kind of a repeat of the same thing. And then I did a room over here, sort of. Again, I wasn't really trying to make anything specific. This was just really to try to figure out textures, colors, make a palette, come up with like a scheme. However, this scheme would only work for bases, which is unfortunate. I can't really do any ships or anything like this because you don't have access to any of these textures or the blocks that would contain the textures like concrete and wood that I don't believe you can use on moving things. So I don't know. I just wanted to play around and see what was there. Put in some good old school like little wooden torches and things like that. And you can see there's a lot of different textures going on here. Let me get the HUD up a minute. And the color palette, basically, I just been kind of tuning in like certain grays and some other browns and things that are these are getting colored with. And some things we're trying to like color match things, and other things we're just trying to figure out what to use, for like a solid area, and what to use for here, what to use for trim, and what to use for backing trim and stuff like that. So, it's fun. It's fun. I think it could make something, but it would really have to be used for probably a POI. It could be used for a player base, but it would be really kind of off-putting, as you can't really do much more with this stuff besides, again, building bases. So on another note here, I've got this Scarab TCM complete now. Um, so this is kind of what it looked like. I built this in a video not too long ago. Now I didn't tweak it out too much. Actually, it's pretty close to how it was from that video. I might have done a couple little block things, but mainly just colored and textured it. Taking a look at its final specs, it is I would say a tier 2 creation. It does use a basic CPU core. It's 40-minute, 19-second build time. Um, it's got 16K storage. It's kind of a little bit like it was based upon the Scarab STC, which was that really small, cheap tree cutter. This one, however, rather than having 6,500 cargo, this one has 16K, and then it also has 6 mining drills. Now, I was playing with the idea of removing the mining drills and trying to get the price down lower, but even if I remove the 6 drills, which is really easy to do, it still is going to be over CPU due to its thrust and things like that are on this creation. So it doesn't really matter if I pull the drills or not. Again, I kind of ran into that with the last creation too. It didn't really matter if I reduced a lot of the parts on there, trying to lower the the level on it or whatnot. This one does unlock at level 10. So it's not too bad. As in rares, it does use a little bit. It uses 10 titanium and 10 cobalt. And I have a feeling this has to do because I'm running a basic CPU core. As in CPU, it comes in at 9800 um, with a cap of 10,000. So it could actually get some more parts on here. I do worry that it's not like a high gravity miner or anything like that either. It's just like it's a basic thing, a mechanical miner slash tree cutter, something to spawn early game to do, work until you get something better. Um, as in for tree cutting though, I mean it should make a good tree cutter. As in miner, it does mine. It's low enough profile where you can get through mining tunnels and not get stuck too bad at all. I mean, it does have one block above the mining drills on the top side, but that is about it. Even the landing gear is kind of like recessed inside of the creation to not have that extra little stub there on the bottom. And then beyond that, it has some basic utility too. It does have O2 on this one, a fridge, detector, Wi-Fi, a cargo box, 3 cargo boxes actually, and O2 dispenser. It does have O2 canister, a couple of canisters in there too. So anyway, that is complete. And yeah, just so you get an idea of my little experimental Diablo-like dungeon-looking set I was just trying to work out. Again, don't mind all these copied sections here. They're just duplicates of what's over here. I'm just trying to see what would go on with that. So on another note here, I've got some recommendations to take a look at from the comments. I've got four in this video. And I know we're on a pretty crazy lava planet. Let me try to get the lighting better if possible here. That's about daylight, I think. Can I make it any brighter than this? Oops. Oh, I wasn't the right spot. Not really. Probably a bad planet to do this on. Everything's got a red tint to it for sure. You know, I don't make my way to lava planets too often, so I thought I'd have the set change, the mood change once in a while. I've been hanging out in the desert for a long time lately. I gotta mix things up again. So anyway, this first creation here is the R9C Warhead, and this is by author NT. Yeah, I thought that this was a recommendation to check out. It's a really cool looking design here. Interesting how this, I don't know, like, is this a cockpit? Oh, this is a cockpit. So you do actually sit in there. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, it's got, looks like we've got some, these are plasma. Yeah, I thought they were plasma. I just want to make sure. Like how this is, these pieces are put over the texture light there. That looks pretty neat. Yeah, cool shaping and design style on this one. Doesn't look like it's set to. Oh yeah, it does. It does have landing gear right there. Let me try to park this all the way down on the ground here and see if. Oh, it does dock. Look at that. I wasn't sure if it was going to dock or not, but yeah. Somehow I heard the docking sound on this, but I see the landing gear here. Is there anything I'm missing here? How did this dock? How did this dock? Okay, so the landing gear would come down one block row, but it looks like this row here would be a block row behind it, unless it kind of like parks where it kind of, oh, it might angle forward when it docks. Hold on. I gotta try this again. Oh, you know what? This planet also is pretty insane with gravity, and I'm not sure. Oh, no, I'm flying. Let's dock you again. Oh, I'm flying just fine. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so, well, maybe I wasn't supposed to park it quite like that, but it looks like, yeah, it would kind of rest on these back things, and then you got the, and this does go down 2 blocks. It's not the landing gear I thought it was. So, yeah, I see why it docks. That's cool. It's probably supposed to dock level then. Let's balance you off and dock you again. There we go. All right, that's how it docks. Oh, and this, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty unique setup here. I like this round section over here too, and the prongs. It's got a big forward thruster in the center. It looks like 2 pretty big reverse thrusters, I would say, back over here. However, not that it matters unless you play on a server that requires it, but the reverse thrusters are blocked. But I think this was meant to look like something. R-Type was brought up, I believe, video game from like probably 80s, 90s maybe, in the arcade. I do remember that game, and I think this had to do with that. Maybe the main fighter that you flew around in that game So yeah, very cool creation. This is by NT. So next here is a kind of a conversion of something I actually made in the past, which was a Scar Glaive, which is a SV combat ship. This is, however, a starter CV, and it is that's pretty cool. It took this entire ship and kind of like changed everything around, converted it, upsized it to different block setup, things like that, and made a starter CV out of it. So yeah, sorry about the red tint here. Maybe probably the last time I tried to show anything on a lava planet. Even with the God mode controls, you don't have enough control over the atmosphere to say make this a sunny day over here. Yeah, this is pretty slick though. I'm seeing a lot of places for like upgrade parts, areas left open, like for maybe a turret position there, or maybe this is just a turret position there. Oh, these actually could be thrusters. Actually, I would think that would be a thruster. Like you could fit in like those shaped 2x2x4 CV thrusters in there. And then you've got a bunch of open slots over here for fixed weapons, launchers and whatnot. You got some of these. Some of these are still intact here. So we've got some decent guns. Not sure what the X's are there for. I'll see if there's some info on the inside. This looks like a big place for some more launchers over here on the side. So it looks like you could get quite a bit of launchers on here. It's cool. I like how this was changed back here too. You got this big caution area around the hangar. How is the bridge done? Okay. So yeah, this used to have a prefab cockpit back in this section. Now it's got this bridge kind of built up in there, which is that's pretty cool. It's going to give you some visibility too when flying, so you can fly it in first person. Oh, let's hop in here, man. And we'll take a look at the specs too. Again, sorry about the red lighting. Everything's going to have that red tint, and it's not the author's fault. So yeah, look at this. It looks like we got a lot of function here in the hangar, which is wonderful. So we got a storage controller over here, 32K, some cargo boxes. Looks like a place for repair bay. So probably repair console over here. We got our medical right up in front here. So we got O2 and our regular med bay, plus the specialized equipment across the ceiling. Looks like another 32K over here. Cargo bay, teleporter area. Some cargo boxes installed in here. Hold on, I'm examining all this over here, trying to figure out what's going on here. So that is that's a constructor. That is a constructor. Okay, yeah, that is that new model turned a different direction. That is cool. And then we got a warp drive up in here. That's neat, nice and on display and sealed off. So we got another controller over here, harvest or cargo bay 2 harvest controller, 256 on that one, and then ammo over here at 256. So we got 2 320s and 2 256s. All accessible from the hangar area here. Let's tour some more. And then we got, looks like a way in and out besides the hangar door right in front. That's a nice way to do that. Keeps everything kind of tight. You're not wasting any space at all. And we come in this room. It looks like we've got a small shield to start with, but it looks like it's got the 3x3 area here to put in a full-size shield, which is wonderful too. The full-size shields are going to be able to have a lot more shield strength over the small ones if you got the room to fit them and the power to make them work and all that fun stuff. So let's hit up the elevator here. Oh, look at this. We got this. That looks pretty neat. Yeah, this like kitchen area over here. I like how the ceiling was done. Yeah, a lot of complexity there using those alt blocks with that particular texture on there. That looks pretty good. So what do we got here? The The glass reflection is very deceiving because it doesn't like render things quite right. So it looks like this goes outside, and it may not. It probably doesn't actually. No, it absolutely doesn't. It's just it's an illusion. It's reflected. It doesn't reflect light from what it sees inside the ship. It reflects the background lighting, and that's why it looks like there's lava in this room right now from the reflection. Just so you know. So this kind of wraps around here, and then we got like a place to chill out on the other side here too. And then let's go up to the top here. So then we got a farm section. Looks like areas to add 18 grow plots. And what's over here? Oh, some more crew area. A little mezzanine off the side of the hangar. Oh, that goes somewhere too. Nice place to chill out over here too, by the air tank and the chairs and the TV. Cool. And what do we got back here? Oh, so this goes up out the back of the ship, and then this gets up into your bridge in the glass area there. Plus, you got some more utility function right over here, and a couple passenger seats. Very, very cool. So, yeah, it looks like it's really kind of set up for a lot of upgrades, you know, shield included, weaponry for sure. Yeah, it does have a shield already, too, which is kind of nice. And then we've got, let's see, probably armor repair, I've got to assume, being right next to the armor locker. And this would be the repair console, repair bay, teleporter, S. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. I always run into that problem. So AA. So this would be cores, I gotta assume. So improved cores, maybe they go out this way. Improved AA, or maybe not. Maybe not entirely. Maybe this is for more generators. But it's right next to another core, so I gotta assume that. I mean, you could put in an improved core angled sideways. If you try to put in core going straight out this way, you probably have to remove the glass. The other core blocks are all the 2x1 blocks. So I would assume that is a place, a good logical place to put some additional CPU cores to bump this up. So anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. 6 hour and 22 minute build time. It does require a little bit of estrium and zirconium. That again could be for the shield on there. All these ships, all these CVs are going to use some neo and cobalt. So and we unlock at size class 15, and yeah. Thrust isn't super strong, but you know, it'll get you around off the gates. And again, it looks like it's really set up to add in a lot more thrust power on here. And just take a look at the bottom side here to see if there's okay, so we got some more turret positions here. One of these ways, yeah, here's our way in. Nice. Well, that is pretty cool, though. I mean, because this was just taking an SV with a completely different, like, interior and everything like that, and then making a CV out of it. And yeah, I would say more thruster positions over here, over there. A lot of turret positions all over the place on here. So yeah, it's looks like you could definitely upgrade this. And I gotta assume either here. Let's try this once. Or remove one of these blocks. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So it kind of looks like these will allow you to like dig a thruster in there. If you put in the ones that are 4 deep, it would go to this level here. Yeah. So nice upgrade to give it some seriously more thruster power. And the same thing with this, you probably would. Yep. And look at that. You remove those, and then you've got big thruster positions there. So it looks like you can put in 4 large forward thrusters on here. And some additional reverse thrusters. I believe they were in this section here. Not sure if I was supposed to remove that wall or not, but you could at least one row back and then have this this here filled in. That would Or you could actually, yeah, you could actually technically go right to this level here. That's probably what it was meant for. That would give you 1, 2, 3, 4. You could put in an angle thruster like that, have that sweep across there and look right. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Anyway, this again is the Glaive XL V1NRE by Vinnn. Very cool, very cool. Like to see that. It's as an author too. It's kind of, you know, I would assume most authors would feel this way, but you know, when someone else like grabs their creation and like mods it or does like this, which is like a total conversion of it, it feels pretty good to the original author. At least it does me. You know, I think that's really cool. So next here on the list we got the Small Zeus, and this is by author GamingChris. So this was another recommendation I wanted to check out and see what it was all about here. Looks like a pretty functional ship here, kind of like a flying hangar. One thing that, I don't know, yeah, it is a little asymmetrically done back here too. Like this side's one block wider than the other side. That's interesting. Yeah, it kind of extends out over there. So it's not like a, yeah, there's a lot of asymmetrical things on here. The front, the way this is done, looks like some of the piping and stuff from one side to the other. Well, anyway, what is the Small Zeus about here? It kind of looks like a pretty functional ship. So we got a hangar back over here. Looks like a lot of function in the hangar again. So your basic utilities, your O2 and medbay there, and then we got some cargo boxes. Interesting look here. Kind of, yeah, with the different color scheme. It probably looks a little bright right now because of the planet I'm on. Again, it's adding that red orange tone to everything. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. So we got armor repair here, roof access through the elevator. Let's go through the doors here. That glass reflection thing on this planet especially just seems to be that's pretty crazy, though. It just looks like there's no more ship beyond this window, like you're looking over a lava field. That's just a weird effect. So we got a, oh, look at this. Nice production area here. So we got a shield behind glass, some ventilators in these different rooms. Looks like we got a, yeah, production, advanced and small constructors awaiting your orders. Nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. So we got, what, three advanced and 4 small constructors in this area. We've got some cargo over here as well. It's 144K cargo. Nice. And we got a radiation zone. Okay, yeah, the shield's in here. Makes sense. So you might as well pack all your rad parts together. If you're gonna have to deal with them, you're gonna have to deal with the rads. That makes, that's it. Makes good sense. So, and these parts have that that block range around them, and it's about one of the more logical things you can do with it. Interesting looking bridge setup here. So this kind of comes down and kind of like shifts over to the one side, and it looks like it's got a way out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, like a way out over here. That's done differently too. That's pretty cool. Right off from the bridge. Nice visibility all the way around. Yeah, and all the piping work and stuff like that going on here too. This is bigger than I thought it was. So where does this go? So we got an actual staircase in here. Probably get here via elevator too. Yeah. But oh, so we get up. Oh yeah, you gotta have the farm. So it looks like we got what, 36 grow plots in a farm section over here. Nice, nice. So yeah, it looks like it has like functionality for everything. There's our detector overlooking the hangar. Yeah, staircase. That's cool. Yeah, oh, CPU room. Look at this. And we certainly, oh, a core room and CPU room. Okay. We certainly got room to add some more CPU blocks, it looks like, in the area. If you're going to, you know, upgrade this beyond what it is. And speaking of that, what is it? So we got a 10-hour, 20-minute build time. We're unlock level 25 on this one. It does use Estrium and Zacosium. a decent amount. I've seen, you know, not too bad. Thrust power looks pretty good. A lot of lift thrust, forward thrust, and lift thrust has its the biggest power, especially on lift. CPU wise, God, you know, this might have been for vanilla as well. So I'm looking at this in Reforged Eden right now. So CPU isn't coming out correctly. Let me take a look at the CPU room one more time. That was, where was that? It was down before I hit that stairway. Not that way. Oh man. No, it was up here. What? Yeah, I was just recently by the CPU, wasn't I? Yeah, here. So what do we have? We got 1 basic, 2 improved. Looks like 4 advanced over here. What's our CPU looking like? It's weird. That's weird. Okay, 4 advanced. So yeah, it definitely looks like it's for Reforged Eden. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the improved with the basic in here. But it looks like it could have a 5th advanced. Hold on a second. I just got to figure this out. Let's see. Where is advanced CPU? Let's pop one of those in here a minute. Yeah, so we can put in the 5th. And then our CPU is, yeah, right up to spec, easy, and Reforged Eden. So, okay. Okay, so no problem getting the CPU correct in Reforged Eden either. Let's continue to look here. So, yeah. Very nice. Let's take a look at the storage on this, too. Small Zeus, so we got an ammunition controller at 144K. Constructor in 320, constructor out 320, another controller at 128, another at 328, another at 48, and then we got a harvest controller at 320. Speaking of harvesting, so yeah, it's got quite a bit of storage on there. I don't I would have to add all those up, but quite a bit of storage. We also got harvesting going on here, so I'm just going to take a look at what harvesting apparatus we might have on the ship. Gotta assume a multi-turret. I'm not seeing any like conventional miners, at least on the front over there. A lot of weaponry. It's interesting the way it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of a neat setup there. Let me look here. What do we have? Do we even have one? Well, it doesn't look like it has any harvesting equipment on it stock, but it does have a harvest bay. So maybe the intent was you can add some miners, or drills, or multi-turret, or whatever to it, and then do some harvesting. And it's already got a bay for it. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So again, yeah, this is the Small Zeus, and this is by GamingChris. So next we have the Drifter. Now, admittedly, I just had the word Drifter recorded, and when I searched the Steam Workshop, it came up with several different Drifter things, or Drifter in the name. There's 2. This is one of 2 that just was called Drifter, so I kind of went with that. I don't know if this is the right creation I was supposed to look at, though. But this is a little racer get around HV, and this is by El Perezidente. And nice looking little racer here. It's even got some cargo boxes in there. Detector. Like the intakes over here and the wing, but yeah, little HV, really, you know, meant to get around, or in this case, I believe it was kind of designed for a racing challenge. I believe I think. I think. But again, I apologize. I don't know if I got the creation that I was supposed to be looking at. I guess, when you search things on Steam and you just have like a fairly simplistic name, unless it's like out specific model numbers and stuff, it's hard to find, what you're looking for. Like, especially certain common names and stuff like that. There's a lot of them that are probably called the same thing. So again, I'm not sure if this is the right one I was supposed to look at. There was one other creation that was just called Drifter, and yeah, I wasn't sure on that one, so I went with this one. Um, and yeah, anyway, I just wanted to kind of show that, and I'll try to do this some more too. And basically, if you watch my videos, anytime, it doesn't matter what video it is, I read all the comments. If you go through there and you put in like, hey, why don't you check out this really cool gem? And I'm looking for like really cool creations that might have not been noticed much, or I've never covered them at least, and stuff like that. And then I'll take a look at those here and there when I collect a few and do like a video like this and kind of show them. These are just user recommendation or viewer recommendation creations. It's a big workshop, well over 100,000 creations out there. Really hard to find things, and you could put a lot of time and effort into it. I don't really have the time to look at that. Even when I do the weekly workshop look, basically, which I'll be doing tomorrow, I typically end up looking mostly at the spotlight for the creations. Now, when I first started doing it, I was looking at a lot of stuff, and a lot of older stuff that doesn't really work anymore, by authors that may or may not be still around. But I kind of shifted over to what other people basically picked, what ends up in the Steam spotlight, or the head of the workshop post. And then I'll usually try to pick something from new releases too, something that just caught my eye in new releases. And I tell you, lately there's been so many just awesome things, though it's really hard to keep up. And I know I'm missing some really nice ones. It's like I keep on thinking, well, this week there was like 10 really cool ships I'd like to check out, but I only want to check out like 5, at tops. And then maybe I'll get to them next week. But then by next week comes around, there's like another 10 like really cool looking creations that I would like to check out. But and you kind of get in the you can never really keep up. I would have to like look at way more yet, to keep up. Amount of really good builders out there just making stuff, really cool stuff. Again, I was just kind of taking a look at the workshop a little bit before this, and it was like, wow. there's a lot to see. I'm glad to see that people are really into this and really building. And I'm just seeing a lot of people too, just getting better and better at building too. And, some of them are just masters at this point, and that is cool to see. If you got a creative mind and you're willing to get pretty fluent at the block work and stuff, and basically just build a lot till you get good at it. Yeah, you can make incredible stuff in this game. Again, haven't seen a game quite like it yet that has like a full game there to play, plus the creation level that it has. Space Engineers is a huge, interesting looking game to me too. I've still been reluctant. I own it. I even own all like the add-on packs for it, and I still haven't done anything with it because, well, there's only so much time, and that is my biggest issue, is time. There's just not enough time to like try to do everything. So I've been pretty much sticking with EGS, and although there's been some people saying, hey, once you get into Space Engineers, or once you get into Dual Universe, or once you, and there's a lot of things out there, but yeah, I'm still Empyrion, and as long as they keep on coming out with new stuff, and you know, a lot of people are into it and building stuff, I'll probably stay that way. Oops, there there goes my video. I guess it came back. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show today. So that new Scarab TCM probably be my next release. I haven't. I need to seriously get back to the Creel POI space station as well. I've been doing some of these utility builds, these smaller utility builds lately, which don't take a lot of time, but I do probably need to put in a good 10, 15 more hours into that Creel POI, working it out and getting the rest of it finished up. I had the course going through there about 3/4 of the way. I just sort of stopped there again. Anyway, so I'll keep working on that. Probably next weekend I'll get that Scarab TCM out if anybody wants that. Again, kind of like it's just a basic miner that does tree cutting. It's nothing special at all. Hopefully it works. It's not really designed for high gravity planets either, so I think it would struggle on this planet, and a lot of things do. In fact, what is the gravity on this planet? The gravity on this planet is 5.1 G's, and I noticed, like, a lot of these ships, like this one on this planet here, I tried to take it off, and now the game's messing up on me a lot here, but I tried to, like, take this off from this planet, and it won't. So even though I'm in creative mode, gravity seems to affect thrust power on these things. I first discovered that too when I made the Creel Elder Bahamut. I used a lava planet, I think this lava planet, to take some screenshots, and lo and behold, it didn't have enough thrust power to stay a lift. So it basically crashed to the ground when I was trying to take a picture of it flying in the air, and that was annoying. So I ended up taking pictures of it sitting on the ground. I had to basically drop it in place. Like, I wanted it over some lava to blend in a little bit, so I had to, like, spawn it above the lava and watch it fall so I could take a picture. All right. Well, anyway, y'all have yourself a good day. I will talk to you later.